There was a lot of deviations, Matt. The unfortunate thing was Andreas, did something in training yesterday. He couldn't quite overcome it. He wanted to play, but we decided that, against the team tonight, we needed all the players to be at 100%. Then, Flacco's unfortunate, hamstring strain. That set us back a little bit, but, look, a win's a win. The guys are in a good mood, good spirits, and, again, credit to them. They found a way to win after taking the first goal.
Coach, can you describe, especially the 19 minutes that Brad Evans played, coming off his first game since August 28th, scoring, and then obviously receiving that red card?
Well, we haven't looked at the film yet as far as the red card is concerned, but Brad scored the winning goal. So that's success. He came on the field and they were down a guy, so it was actually a good way to kind of ease Brad back into the mix. But credit to him, he's taken a lot of penalties for us under pressure situations. This was a pressure situation. And credit to Brad for coming through.
What are your overall thoughts on how the squad handled playing without Ladero and even Schmitzer, two guys who obviously usually facilitate a lot of the attack for you?
Well, the overall team concept, which we've been preaching for a long time now, just shows that it can work. I told the guys before the game that it didn't matter to me if Ladero's gone, Dempsey's gone, guys have to step up. Guys have to just come in and do their jobs. So what you saw today was a guy like Herculez Gomez who came in today and did a really nice job. You saw Eric Freeberg, who hadn't started in quite some time, come in and do a really nice job. You had Ozzy and Christian again. You're looking at that last run that Christian makes in towards the corner flag when Perez has to chase him 60 yards and get fouled. Those guys know how to play. And yes, we miss Clint. Yes, we miss Nico. But again, they're strong enough as a group that they found a way to win.
So things got pretty back and forth there at the end of the first half. Can you talk a little bit about how you came out, your thoughts towards what you changed coming into the second half?
Yeah, they took it to us those last 10 to 15 minutes of the first half. I think they were on top of us. What we had started the game with was a 4-1-4-1, and then at halftime we switched back to our 4-2-3-1, and that seemed to settle us down a little bit. It helped us. I think we were just more comfortable playing that way. So in that sense, the matchups, that we tried to do in the beginning of the game, we pushed those aside and just said, hey, look, okay, let's just play how we want to play. And I think that helped.
Coach, Josh Clipperton from the Canadian Press. Just wondering what you thought about the Morales red card. It was in front of you guys. I'm just curious what your view of that was.
I couldn't see it. I didn't see it. I have to look at the film again. Again, referees are tasked with a tough job at times. So I can't comment on it. That might be a topic for a different day, but I'll answer it as briefly and as succinctly as I can. The game is the game, and things happen. Referees don't have an easy job. The players, it is a physical game. Guys get heated. I just think the referees don't want to, make the game uneven, or they don't want to call it, but if it's there, then they have to. And then after the game is over, then people can dissect it. Was it a red? Was it not a red? Yes, it took some of the sting out of the Whitecaps for sure. But as far as we're concerned, we just take what the game gives us and we control the controllables. We control ourselves and our team, and we leave the referees, the field conditions, some of those things. We just play.
Simon Fudge, Soccer Talk Vancouver. Brian, you're now into fourth position in the table, and you got, I think, 3 games left. What kind of thought process now, being that you actually put more points together here, you could get quite upwardly mobile here in this conference and into playoff positions, or is it just same intent, make sure you're sealing the playoff spot at this stage?
We're gonna enjoy tonight because it was a hard-fought match at the end of a massive week for our club. So we're gonna enjoy this moment, and then we're gonna work on Houston. And then all of our focus will go to Houston. And when that game is put to bed, then we'll focus on the next match in Dallas. But we have to, just again, I'm being same old coach's story, we are going to take each game one game at a time, and where we end up in the standings will take care of itself if we continue to play like this and continue to have the resolve to play like this.
It's been a remarkable turnaround for the team since you took over at the end of July. Could you maybe just speak a little bit about it and how you think the team has, what is it that made the team click all of a sudden?
Well, I wish I knew that. I might keep my job for a little longer. I've been pretty consistent with the story of I've given them ownership of the team. Okay, so that is something that they believe in. I've gotten traction with that, and even when we go down a goal here or in LA or something, they still feel they have the belief in themselves and in their teammates that they can come back and make games competitive. And instilling that belief in the group, I can say it wasn't that difficult because it's a proud group in there. There's a bunch of competitive guys there, from the Brad Evans tonight, from Ozzy, who's been a tremendous captain for me. Chad Marshall's good pro. Stefan Fry had another big performance tonight. We had some guys that came on the field tonight that were dinged up, and they did their job. I mean, Jovan Jones has been playing great on a broken toe. So I think the whole group mentality is really testament to us playing well in these situations.
Coach, we saw O'Neal Fisher come in and then back out. How would you assess his time on the pitch?
It was fine. That was a tactical move. I mean, once the red card came, he was carrying a yellow. So what I wanted to do was remove that threat of getting another red, and I wanted to get Brad minutes in the game. So it was a pretty easy tactical move for us to get Brad on the field, push Jovan back, because Jovan's attacking from the left back position is really good. So it was purely a tactical switch.
Follow-ups, Matt?
When did you figure out that Andreas couldn't go? And did Kovar come up with you guys as a team, or did he have some choice?
He flew up this morning. Andreas is a good pro, and we didn't know till a couple hours prior to kickoff that he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Speak to how fit you guys are right now, and to fly somebody into the game to sort of fit like that.
No, I'd prefer to look at it as how deep we are as a squad.
Last one there, are so are we going to go, guys?
Ozzy's not known as a super prolific goal scorer, but he's got 2 and 3 games for you now. What are your thoughts on his kind of offensive chops that he's shown the last couple weeks and his all-around kind of play over this last little stretch here?
Well, he's raised the level of his game. I'm very pleased, very proud of him. He hasn't scored a lot of goals in his career, but he certainly scored some timely ones for us over the course of the year, so he's just continuing that trend.